we got to talk about it. The bat flip. The first time I talked to you about it, you said it felt like every emotion of your entire career just came out of you. What was that? Just what was the moment like to be? I mean, that inning, the inning was ridiculous. I was packing for my wedding. I was getting married that Saturday. So I was like supposed to be packing my car. My fiance was yelling at me, like, help out. I'm like, I got to watch this. This is crazy. And it was just such a moment that all the buildup from that inning. And then like, what was the moment like for you to be the guy standing at home plate and you were the guy, you did it. I mean, what a moment.
I mean, I was zoned into the game that moment, just trying to do whatever I could. I wasn't trying to hit a homer. I was trying to help us do something positive, This was like our chance. We had runners on base, I don't know. You can kind of look back and talk about all the emotions and everything, but in the moment, I don't recall anything. I've told people countless times that I basically blacked out until I came back to when I was sitting in the dugout bench and somebody was like waving a towel at me. It was just that amount of emotion, energy, discharge, not only for me, my teammates, the whole stadium. Yeah. It was just, the stadium felt like it was shaking. It was insane. It was just obviously a cool moment. And I was fortunate enough to be the one that got the straw to be in that moment, in that position, and get that chance.
It was meant to be you. These are like to me, the things that I feel like they happened on purpose. Like, it wasn't an accident that it got to you, because Donaldson could have hit a bomb too, and it would have been cool, but whatever. Like you were Toronto. Toronto had gone through that period of time without going to the postseason. We went down 2-0 the inning before. All like the totality of it, it was supposed to be you, Jose. And I don't mean that to downplay it anyway. It had to be you. I remember playing that game, and I've never been that vividly engaged at every pitch, right? Like, it felt, even game 4 and game 3, when we were down 2-0, like, it was intense, but we got the lead early in both those games, and it felt like they were our games and we were never going to give them back. Game 5, I felt like wire to wire from the time we got to the stadium to the time the game ended and the celebration ended. I was zoned in. And so I tell people I blacked out too. There were so many moments I blacked out because I was on the step because, Eddie's on deck and I'm in the hole. And I had to go back and watch the video so many times to watch people's reactions, because that's my favorite thing to do, is see the reactions in the moments. But that feeling of just being so locked in, I understand it, but certainly didn't get to have that moment. But I did get to hit the most innocuous, careless single. Nobody gave a crap about my single 2 hitters later. And it was awesome because I was like, oh, I just got my second hit of the game. No big deal. And I'm like, oh, cool, I hit a single. And then people are clapping, but nobody's really clapping for me. They're clapping for you and the team. So
the thing that's so cool, like, that's an episodic memory for people. I remember exactly where I was when you hit that homer. Like, I was leaning over the railing, looking down at my living room. Like, baseball fans across the world have that memory locked into their brains, and I think that's one of the coolest. That's so
yeah,
cool.
No, that's what's cool about sports, right? That moments like these happen. And again, I'm the lucky one that was a part of it. But it's crazy how if you think about it, everybody was locked in. Everybody in the baseball world was locked into that moment. So to have a cool memory for our fans that hadn't been in the playoffs for 22 years, and for our team that had battled for 2 or 3 years to get to that moment, it was insane.